Welcome to the Tyson Hockley Show. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing why I changed the name of the podcast and also whether or not it is too late to invest in Shiba Inu. All of that and more coming up in just moments. All right, welcome everybody to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today we have a couple things to go over. First of all, though, is why I changed the name of my podcast. For those of you who know, it used to be the Tyson Talk Podcast. I've recently changed that to the Tyson Hockley Show just because I felt like I wanted to have my whole name involved and just kind of stay consistent with my brand. So that's not really that important, just something that I wanted to cover and briefly talk about for anybody who is confused. But the main reason why you're here today, the main topic of today's episode is it too late to invest in Shiba Inu? Now, for those of you who know, Shiba Inu is a cryptocurrency and it was blowing up a couple weeks ago. It is now taking a bit of a decline. So today I'm going to be discussing whether or not I think it is too late to get into the game. Honestly, this is not financial advice, okay? So anything that I say on this podcast, I want you to take with a grain of salt and go and actually research it for yourself to see if it's true. Just like anything in life, you have to question it. You can't just automatically believe it. You got to go and research whether or not it's true. So everything that I say in the show, I want you to go and look it up for yourself. But we're going to be going over to CoinGecko. And I know that you guys can't see this because this is an audio-only podcast. But we're going to be discussing the charts and trends of Shiba Inu. So in the last hour, it is down 0.5%. It is currently ranked number 11 for cryptocurrencies in the world. It was at number 9, but now, unfortunately, that is where Dogecoin is. I actually made a diss track on Dogecoin. Check that out on all streaming platforms. But besides that, let's hop into Shiba Inu. Okay, now it's saying it's up 1.4%. Let me just refresh here the numbers. Obviously, you guys can't see any of this. No, sorry. In the last 24 hours, it's up 1.4%. But a pretty bad week as it is down 7.2% in the last 7 days. That's honestly not too bad. But it did take quite a crash in the last little while. Which is funny because Shiba's doing great, no big crashes, and then as soon as I buy in, it kind of took a little bit of a nosedive. So I put in like $105, and I think now I'm at like $96. But that's just the game of crypto. If you look at Bitcoin, it was up and down. It fluctuated a fair bit as well. That's just kind of what happens. But as for if I think it is too late, no, I don't think it's too late to play around with it. Obviously, it's very volatile. It's going up and down. So, it's definitely not something I'd say, like, put in all your money, you're going to get rich quick. Definitely not. In the past, had I known more than I know now, I would have said yes, but sell on the very spike. Because it's taken a fair bit of a dip. But now I'd say maybe dabble, put like $100 into it. Again, not financial advice, but if you do want to go into it, I'd say don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I feel like that's pretty fair to say. I'm not counting Shiba out just yet. It's still number 11th in the world, which is pretty good. Like I said, though, earlier it was at number 9th. So it has taken a little bit of a plummet, and that may be due to Robinhood not yet listing the coin. Kraken exchange. Let me just look this up because I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they ever did. Let me just look up Kraken exchange because they said on Twitter, I believe if they got 2,000 likes that they'd list Shiba Inu. but I don't believe that they have yet. So let me just look up Kraken exchange. Okay. Kraken.com. Wait, okay. Shiba Inu listing time, because I don't think they have done that yet. And that is mainly, I think, because of what caused the dip is them not listing it when they said they would, because they said that they'd list it, and then didn't. I still think that they are going to list it, but they're just like, I don't even know. They're kind of stalling on that, which kind of sucks. Kraken is a cryptocurrency exchange platform which has decided not to list Shiba coin on its platform. Oh, okay, so maybe they're not listing it. Again, I'm very new to the crypto game. That's why I say don't take my advice. This is more of a discussion than a teaching thing. Okay, I'm going to leave comments open on this podcast for you guys to share your thoughts, and I'm going to be responding to all your comments. Honestly, I haven't followed it in the last couple days. But let's read this article from Deseret News. Now we don't know if this is 100% legit, so I'm gonna have to read a bunch of articles to confirm. Shiba Inu won't make it to Kraken just yet. Here's why that matters for SHIB coin fans. Okay, and it goes on to say, yeah, they said on Twitter if they could get 2,000 likes that they would list. They said this November 1st. If they got 2,000 likes, that they would list SHIB the next day. And as we know now that it is November 14th at the time of recording, they still have not listed SHIB, which is quite disappointing. Per Business Insider, Kraken hinted that it would add Shiba Inu coin on its platform, allowing people to trade and exchange the crypto token on yet another platform. But then Kraken said Tuesday in a Twitter thread that it would not add the coin right now. The company said there's more work to do in the thorough listing review process. And this upset quite a bit of people who were expecting it to happen the next day. And I do believe that that is what caused some of the dip. Maybe not 100% of it, but it definitely did cause some of the dip. But right now, it seems like they're working out technical things and that they will still list the coin. So I'd say right now is a good time to buy it. And then, of course, as they list it, it will go up. And also, they're still up in the air whether or not Robinhood will list the coin. Now, I find that it'd probably be a long time until they do it, but it's not 100% off the table yet. And let's just look up Robinhood listing. Again, research everything I talk about on this podcast. Don't take it as truth. Take it as something to do your research on. So let's look up Robinhood Shiba Inu listing. Okay. All right, let's see. The first thing that pops up is a change.org petition for Robinhood to list Shiba, and so far, well over 532,000 people have signed. That is crazy. I might have to sign that petition too myself, because it would be very nice to see Robinhood listing Shiba. But let's read from Fortune, or Fortune. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Robinhood says it might not need coins like Shiba Inu on its platform. And, okay. Brown declined to speak about the prospect of listing specific coins like Shiba Inu. He said that the firm is wary of listing volatile coins that might be dangerous for consumers or violate regulatory compliance. Our strategy is a little bit different than a lot of the other players out there who are just racing to list as many assets as possible right now. Brown said at a crypto goes mainstream event hosted by crypto publication Decrypt on Tuesday. We think that the short-term Oh my gosh, I am stumbling on everything. We think that the short-term gain we might get is not worth the long-term trade-off for our users. So basically saying that Shiba is too volatile for them to list, and as we've seen, it has gone down quite a bit. So there's no denying that it is risky. I've already lost money so far, but that's definitely not to say that it won't go back up again. So I don't know. Whether it's too late to invest in Shiba or not, I'm not going to say because I'm no financial expert, but I don't think it could hurt to dip your toes in the water, especially with a potential Kraken listing coming shortly. It probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. And I'm probably going to put some more into Shiba just to see what happens with it, but also still expand your portfolio with more assets like Bitcoin. I'm also going to dabble into Ethereum, but definitely buy. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'd say build up assets like stocks, Bitcoin, all that stuff, and dabble with little altcoins like SHIB because they definitely can make you rich quick. I guess you could say it's a get rich quick scheme, but not necessarily a scheme, but you do have to get lucky. And I feel like the point where you could get rich off of Shiba is past. That's not to say that you can't still make a decent profit. So that's pretty much my conclusions for this episode. I don't want it to get too long. If you're listening over on YouTube and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out a ton. And if you're listening on Spotify or anything else that has a follow button or a subscribe button, just click that. That'd be much appreciated. That way you could stay in tune with all the newest episodes and updates and more. So that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. It's much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or whatever day it is that you're listening to this podcast on. And I will see you in the next one.